Life is a time pass, क्या फर्क पड़ता है, कोई दिक्कत नहीं, पता नहीं, शोधारी nothing to do, nowhere to go. देखो सुनो मत बोलो, whatever you are, be 100% कर्नाटक, किसी को आओ मत कहो, किसी को जाओ मत कहो, ना कुछ पाना ना कुछ खोना, who asked you give a zero complete level, मौज में रहो, be happy. Shri Krishna, Shri Krishna, Shri Krishna, Shri Krishna. Gurur Brahma, Gurur Vishnu, Gurur Devo Maheshwaraha, Guru Sakshat Param Brahma, Tasmai Shri Gurave Namaha, Tasmai Shri Gurave Namaha. Why uncalled for questions and arguments come up in our mind? What is the reason? So, once I called the fire brigade office, and immediately in one ring they lifted the phone. So I started talking. Sir, how are you? Where are you from? Are you from Canada or Indian Canada? How is your wife, children? How many kids you have, by the way? Are they studying well? He said, come on man, who are you? What happened? Why did you call me? No, I just wanted to request you, if you don't mind, if it is not too much for you. Therefore, I would just wanted to, first of all, apologize. But what you want, man? No, my house is on fire. If you get time, please drop in. Will you call a fire brigade like this? You will not even tell where are you from, where the house is on fire. Because there is urgency. Why these uncalled for questions come in our mind? Because we are following in letter and spirit. Life is a time pass. So, satsanga is a time pass. Dekho Maharaj, this is how the Maya functions. We should be very clear. Don't waste your time in all these things. Urgency. We have to attain fulfillment in life. Etad buddhva buddhiman syat krutakruttascha bharata. What is fulfillment? Fulfillment is not even a single thought about our death comes in our mind. Do or can I have any thought in my mind whether I am a man or a woman? There cannot be. Fully convinced. In the same manner, if we have studied Vedanta, and even if a passing thought comes in our mind about our death, we hear about somebody's death and then we start talking about that. मुझे लगता है अब my number is also coming. All what we have studied is washed away. So how do we know whatever we are studying is being digested, assimilated, practiced and lived by us every moment. This is the sign. See? And once this is, then how does it matter? Now, for example, we all have to go. We are planning whether I should go by taxi or I should take a cab or I should go by flight or I should go by walking. Now, those who are staying here, they don't have to go anywhere. They will not think about it. So, if we are living this conviction, death is a big bluff, nobody died. We are Kutastha Chaitanya, not the Jiva. Then will there be any thought about the death? Cannot be. This is the litmus test, whether whatever we have studied is digested by us or not. Now, when the food is assimilated and fully digested, it goes for what? For 2-3 purposes. First, building the tissue. Second, providing energy to all the organs, including mind. And yet, some unwanted part of the food, digestive waste, remains. That is thrown out. But if we take the food and if it is not digested, there is indigestion. Then what will happen? The food will start sending messages in the form of not Onkar but Dakar. See? Why? Because the food is not digested. In the same manner, if we have digested this knowledge, Mauna Vyakya Prakatita Para Brahma Tattvam Yuvanam, we start remaining cheerfully silent. Is the difference? Silent, ab kya kare? Nobody talks to me. This is depression. Cheerfully silent is you are one with ourselves. And what is the foundation? No unwanted inquiry, query about anything in this world. There is no need. And see, as a result of this, we will start understanding the following verses. Dehendriyadayo bhava viryena utpadita katham va tatra chaitanyam ityukte kim te uttaram. Now tell me, when the seed is implanted in the woman by the man, how come by that seed the various hands and legs start coming in that fetus? And thereafter, where from the Chaitanya the life enters into that body? What is your reply? Tell me. No, it happens. See? Kim te uttaram? No, it is like that. Wait. Virya saiva svabhavaschet. If you say, no, that is the nature. That when the virya is implanted in the woman, it will produce a child. What is there to think about? Katham tad viditan tvaya anvaya vetirekau yau bhagnau tau vandhavirataha. If this is what you say, then if the same seed is put in a sterile woman, vandhavirataha, why she is not able to bear a child? Virya is the same. What is the logic? See, friends. Therefore, there is no logic in that. We will continue this thought further. See? What we will say? Najanami kimetat api iti ante sharanam tava ataeva mahantosya pravadanti indrajalatam. So what we will say? We do not know what it is. It happened, that's it. See? Now, these doctors will know how the cell division takes place. Meiosis and mitosis. Who tells those cells that the nucleus, centrioles start separating and the what you call the chromosomes, they are paired and separated. Then there is the cleavage on the wall of the cell. Then the cleavage goes down through the nucleus, and out of one cell, two cells are formed. Why this happens? Thereafter, these cells will become digestive system. These cells will become reproductive system. These cells will become the cardiovascular system. These cells will become the bone system. On what ground? But why? See, friends, we have to come to a point wherein we have to accept and go ahead. Therefore, these uncalled for questions are responsible for our stagnation on the spiritual path. There is no need to know. It goes ahead, go ahead. See, if you are studying, say, for example, chemistry, will you start right from beginning why gold should be abbreviated as AU? Why the zinc should be abbreviated as ZN? No need, somebody has done it. Accept it and go ahead. In the same manner, our scriptures have already told us all these things. Now proceed thereafter. But again I want to start, you are wasting your time and energy, and therefore ultimately what we'll say, why these cells are dividing in two different ways. See? And how the cells know that it has to be meiosis and not mitosis, and like how do they know? Who teaches them? It happens. See, therefore, ultimately we will say, na janami kim iti etat ante sharanam tava. Ultimately we will conclude this. See, come on, I don't know. This is what happens. See? How simple it is. One example I'll tell you. The Siddha Mahatmas, when they say something, it happens. Now, how it happens, if you want to understand, you will fail. See? Many times you might have heard also, seen also. The Mahatma says, go there and it will be okay. You go there and things happen. Now, how it happens? Is there any logic? No. Therefore, ataeva mahantosya pravadanti indrajalatam. Therefore, what is this Maya? Maya is like the Indrajal, like the magic show. And the whole world which is created out of the Maya will appear and disappear but never exist. See? Now why we are not able to catch this point? Because we are caught in this world, and the world is names and forms. It's so important to catch this point. The world is outside in forms and inside names. See? And the whole life is spent only in maintaining the form, and my name should not be spoiled. Who knows about it? So, this is Indrajalatam. Don't get involved too much in this world. This world has always been like this thing. Etasmat kim iva Indrajalaparam Indrajalam aparam yad garbhavasasthitam retaschetati hastamastakapada prodbhuta bhutananankuram parijayena shishustva yauvanajara veshairanekai pashyati, shrunoti, jigrati, tatha gacchati, agacchati. Can there be more surprise and more wonder than this? That the seed is put into the right place, and then a child is vretas chetati, then it becomes enlivened, then hand, legs, everything start happening like the ankura, this starts sprouting, and thereafter the baby is delivered, then first child, then the teenage, and then old age, and doing various activities. Pashyati, Shrunoti, Jigrati, he sees, hears, etc. Gachati, Agachati. Can there be more wonder than this? See? Therefore, don't waste time in unwanted inquiry. What is an unwanted inquiry? First, to know about other people. There is no need. This is very important spiritual practice. Second thing, we don't have to talk about our any experience to anybody in life, including to your nears and dears. It is not necessary. See, I don't know if I told you about one girl. I knew her when she was maybe class 6 or 7. Very cute girl, very nice singer, Bharatanatyam, everything. And when she was through her schooling, then she said, Swamiji, I want to go for higher education. What should I do? I said, you go for arts. Don't go for engineering, medicine, useless subjects. So she took to arts, did very well. Then she said, now Swamiji, I want to do post-graduation. Very good. In what? I want to go for teaching the challenged children. I said, if you go there, I will never talk to you. But why? I said, I don't answer questions. You go. No, I will not do if you don't say yes. I said, don't go there. Then go in the normal college, acquire success and good position. She did it. Thereafter, she became the school teacher, and now she is in a very big position, planning the education syllabus for the whole country. See? Now, instead of wasting time on 2, 3, 10 children throughout life, she has abilities, potentiality. It should be utilized on a larger scale. See? So, when she was growing, some bad event happened in her life. And somehow she was saved from that bad event. Then after marriage, one day she asked me, Swamiji, my husband told me everything about him. I feel I should not hide anything. I should tell him what you know about me. I said, you tell and we cut relations. Why? I said, don't tell anything to anybody. Okay, so I will not tell. Time passed, maybe about 15 years or so. Then the original period of the married life comes. Tu, my, tu, kabaddi. Jagda began. And then he started talking about me, my parents, my life. See, in your house it was like, in our house it is not like that. Then she called me, she said, Swamiji, I don't know how to thank you. Had I told him that, he would have blackmailed me throughout life. See? These simple things which we tell you, they are so powerful spiritual practice. And therefore, these two practices. First is, don't talk to yourself, don't worry about the future. Second thing, don't talk to others, or if you talk, before you talk on any topic, ask a question to yourself. Is it necessary to talk? And for that question, there is a mantra. Who asked you? We keep on talking. See, you observe this thing. Suppose you 5, 6 of you are talking on something, that you were coming here and we thought we are going to Prerana, but we could not go there, then we came here. We were told it is near, but it is not coming. We are tired, there's so much traffic jam and all that. Who asked you? See? So important. Therefore, this is how the world is. Now we are here to come out of this unwanted inquiry and go back to yourself. And what is that we know from our direct experience is when we are in deep sleep, what do we get, who we are, where we are, how we are, when we are? Zero. But we continue to be. That is the goal of our life in waking. Oh, that is also a clause, yes. This waking sleep is living in God. Ya nisha sarva bhutanam tasyam jagarti sanyami. The wise man is awakened to that reality to which the ignorant people are sleeping. And the ignorant people are sleeping to that reality. And they are awakened to this relative world. This is the only difference. Therefore, this Maya, don't get involved. This is the best way to avoid unwanted discussion. But how it happened, Bhagwan ki Maya hai over. See? That means you don't want to answer, don't want to discuss. Now, Dehavad Ghatadaanado Subicharya Vilokatam. Like the body example, now just understand. Dehavad Vatadhanado. You know, in our scriptures, the world is compared with the Ashwattha Vriksha. Urdhva Moolam Adashakam Ashwattham Prahuravayam. Ashwattha is the fig tree. That means you can take the peepal tree or the Vata Vriksha, whatever. Why it is said like that? See? You know, because you take the seed of any plant or any tree, you can plant it and it will grow. But if you take the seeds of these fig trees, you plant, they don't grow. Then how it happens? The fruits of these fig trees are eaten by the birds. And then that fruit is processed through the GI tract of the bird and ultimately thrown out of the feces. In that, the seeds processed, and those processed seeds, they start growing. Exactly. Only man, there is no tree of samsara. Only woman, there is no tree of samsara. See? When both of them come together, then the samsara begins. Purusha and Prakriti. So, the seeds are in that plant, but unless they are consumed by the Chetana, by the Purusha, it will not be processed. And therefore, Dehavad Ghatadhanadav, Subicharya, nothing proper, Vilokyatam, we come to know. That where is the size of that seed? So small. Has anybody seen the seed of the Vatavruksha? We don't even think about it. That there is a seed in that. It is so small. Smaller than the sesamum seed. So small it is. See, now in that, how the whole vriksha, the tree is hidden, it is there. Now today's world, we should not be surprised. See? For the first time, when this hard disk, etc. came into creation, so I was that time in US and I was working with something or the other. So my friend said, Swamiji, you take for your storage you require, there is a hard disk which has come, you can store your data. And there is offer on that. Now when you listen, you will laugh. The hard disk, external hard disk for storage was how much? 18 GB, 1/8. So thrilled. And a free gift along with that. One USB storage. How much? 32 MB. And I was so happy. Now, when you look at it, you feel ashamed to talk about it. In the same manner, in that small little chip, how can so much 4 TB data can stay there? How? Because the data is in the form of, what do you call that? Pixel? Huh. So we call it pixels. So we are all pixels. Everything is stored in the small little dots. And out of that, such a huge data comes out. See, somebody was asking me, Swamiji, you are recording it, but we don't see your camera. I say, what is standing? Is that camera so small? Can you see in that? See? So when human beings can create such minute thing containing huge data, can Narayana not create? Therefore, देहवत घटधाना विचार्य विलोक्यताम क्वधाना कुत्र वृक्ष तस्मात् मायेति निश्चिनो. Therefore, this is all the play of Maya. Now, nirupta abhimanam ye दधते तार्किकादयः हर्ष मिश्रादि भिस्तेति खंडनाद सुशिक्षिता. But there are many logicians. They are called Nayyayika. They are again and again too much involved in logic. See, friends, if you really want to help yourself on spiritual path, get out of the logic. Live a simple life. Why it is like that, it is like that. Over. But when we see the traffic jam, then we say, see why government is doing like this. But this government is not terrible, you know. If you tell Bangalore is terrible, it is too much traffic jam, why they are not doing? They will say, if you don't like, you go away, we don't need you. Oh, what do you get out of it? See? You are wasting your energy. It is like that, okay, accept it and be happy. Or don't accept it and be miserable. Life is like a cup of tea. How we make it? We boil it and make it bitter and complain. See? We make optimum decoction and enjoy. So, such logicians, they claim that they are the Abhimana Dadate. They are claiming that they are most intelligent one, and therefore to such logicians, Harsha Mishra, these are the various Mahatmas, they have written the books, and in that they have Khandana Khanda Khadya. When I saw this book, read 2-3 pages and closed, I said there is no point in that. No logic, there is no end to it. So we don't want that. Anyatha khalu ye bhava tan tark न तान तर्केशु योजयेद अचिंत्य रचना रूपम मनसापि जगत खलु. Now achintya khalu ye bhava. All the things and the themes in this world, they are achintya. They cannot fall in the purview of thoughts and understanding. Achintya. Beyond chintan. In Bali, you must have gone sometime. In Bali, there is their god, they are Hindus, their god is called Achintya. And their temples are very peculiar. One above other, and there is a top small room. And it is closed from all sides. And they say Achintya Bhagwan is there. Nobody can go there. So how they offer Naivedya? Then on the road, outside the temple, on the road, they will be offering egg, fish, chicken, everything, and it is offered to the Lord. Achintya eat it and they go away. So they ask, please tell us, what is the Achintya we don't know? I said, that which cannot be known is Achintya. Oh, that is why we don't know. I said, you don't know. You are that. So, Achintya Kaluye Bhava, they do not fall in the purview of the thinking or thoughts. Therefore, Tan Tarkeshu Na Yojayet. Do not apply logic in this. Then, Khalu Jagat Manasa Api Achintya Rachana Mamum. Even by our mind also, what we create is beyond our own imagination. See? One boy likes the girl, the other boy doesn't like the girl. Now, what is seen is not the object, but what is seen in that mind, by different mind. Therefore, let us not waste our time in this. Come back to your own self. Achintya Rachana Shakti Bijam Mayeti Nischinu. Therefore, what is the Maya? Achintya Rachana Shakti Bijam. Maya is the seed of all beyond the scope of understanding, logic and imagination. The Maya Bijam Tada Eva Ekam Sushupto Anubhuyate. Now this Maya we are able to experience when we are in deep sleep. See? This example we also give a number of times. This is called in Vedanta Shastra as Avasthatraya Viveka. Viveka discrimination. Avasthatraya. We all go through three experiences: waking, dream, and deep sleep. Viveka, discrimination. Then we come to know that waking comes and goes, dream comes and goes, and what is the deep sleep? Deep sleep is absence of waking and dream, but that also goes. So all these things keep and coming and going, but we have neither gone nor come. So these coming and going is because of this Maya Bijam. And what is the Maya? We get identified with a particular body and continue. See, friends. Therefore, that what is logically proved should be discarded, be at peace. And this logic-free experience we can experience in our deep sleep. This is the Achintya Rachana Shakti. Jagra Swapna Jagat Tatra Leelam Bija Iva Drumaha Tasmat Esha Jagataha Vasana Tatra Samstitaha. Now the deep sleep is further elaborated and told for us to understand. Tatra, in the deep sleep, Jagra Swapna Jagat Bijam. See? The total waking experience is stored in the deep sleep in the form of a seed. Similarly, the total dream seed is stored in that deep sleep. Now see, this we are able to understand, that whatever we are before sleep, when we get up, we continue to be that. Why? Because on our mind there are those impressions, and with that impression we continue our life. Similarly, all our dreams are stored in our mind. So all the dreams that we see, they are not coming from outside. They are stored in our mind. See? Now what happens? Before we go to sleep, we see horror movies up to 2 o'clock. And frustrated, my God, I can't see further. Put it down and sleep. Do you think in your dream Krishna will come? Now be attentive. How much care, how much importance we give to maintain the healthy body? Eat this, don't eat this, eat so many times, don't eat too much, don't eat less, eat organic food. To such an extent, take organic salt. See? Organic salt. I want to be healthy. Very good, nothing wrong. But what we have done to keep our mind healthy? So healthy food is required for the healthy body. Similarly, healthy thoughts are required for the healthy mind. Now what are the healthy thoughts? Healthy thoughts are, you are at peace with yourself. Thoughts will not come. In Kaivalya Dham, Lonavala, they were conducting some experiment. They put in some electrodes or whatever here, and then see the graph. So, before pranayam, what is the graph? Then they say, now do pranayam for half an hour. And thereafter they will take in the graph. See, when you do pranayam, mind is quietened and then the graph will be a straight line. They wanted to prove it. Pranayam helps to quieten the mind. Now, there was one person, he was watching, a very average casual person. He came to see that what is here. And they said, will you like to sit? He said, okay, no problem. He sat. And then when they started straight line, he said, do you do pranayam? He said, what is that pranayam? You don't do? No. How come this straight line? Okay. Removed. Then they again checked it. Yes, everything is fine, correct. Again sit down. Again he sat down. Again straight line. Don't you get thoughts in your mind? He said, what is the meaning of thoughts? Thoughts you don't know? No. So when I am talking to you, what is happening? Nothing is happening. Now see, this is what he said. So where he must be living? He must be living in the Kutastha Chaitanya. So he is supporting the intellect, the mind, the Jnanendriyas, Karmendriyas, but he is beyond the scope of their influence. See, friends. Therefore, Jagra Sapna Jagat Tatra Leenam Bija Ivat Drumaha. Like the seed of a tree, the whole tree is hidden or remaining in that seed. Similarly, all the impressions of the waking and all the impressions of the dream, they are stored in the deep sleep, and when the sleep is over, again the whole thing comes out. Therefore, waking experiences are depending upon our day-to-day activity, and dream are those experiences which are yet they have not completed their gestation length, therefore they are inside. They have to come out. It is for this purpose our scriptures, Mahatmas tell, keep on chanting Lord's name, so that all the earlier impressions will become impotent. They will not have any strength to disturb your mind. When you sleep, no bad dreams will come. And for this purpose, our teachers tell how to chant the Lord's name as a sadhana. See? The first thing that we as human being born know is the rhythm. First experience is that of rhythm. When we are in the womb of our mother, what we hear is the heartbeat of our mother. First thing. No other sound, heartbeat. And therefore, the child, fetus become accustomed with that heartbeat. And when the child is born, crying too much, so what do mothers do? They create a rhythm. Put that poor fellow in his lap and start in their horrible voice. The child says, I'll keep quiet, but you keep quiet. So rhythm. Now catch this rhythm. So there are various rhythms. With mala, one rhythm. When you go for a walk, instead of talking poetry form, with the step start. See? Hari Om, Hari Om, Hari Om. Get a rhythm. Or if you are telling Japa, Sri Ram, Jai Ram, Jai Jai Ram, Sri Ram, Jai Ram, Jai Jai Ram, Sri Ram, Jai Ram, Jai Jai Ram. Slowly, our mind will be purgated of unwanted thoughts, impressions on our mind. And they will be replaced by the Lord's name. See? Therefore, Jagra Sapna Jagat Tatra Leenam Bija Iva Drumaha. Tasmad Ashesha Jagataha, of the whole world's Vasana Tatra Samstitaha. So our whole knowledge, our position, our achievement, our past, everything, it is stored in deep sleep. What must be the storage capacity? And when a person is old enough, he has stored so much that he can't keep quiet. Keep on talking, ko, 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 ko. Vasana tatra samstitaha. Now further, ya buddhi vasanastasu chaitanyam pratibimbati. Now all these thoughts or the impressions are stored in the intellect, and in those thoughts or the impression, chaitanyam tasu pratibimbati. The chaitanya consciousness is reflected in those thoughts. Now example, we are coming to the original topic. Megha akashavad aspashta chidabhaso anumiyatam. Now we have seen how many spaces? Mahakash, total space. Then in the cloud also there is water. Very small droplet. Now wherever there is the water, there will be reflection. So although we have not seen that, but we have to infer, because there are clouds, there are water droplets in that, and therefore the Mahakash is reflected in those water droplets. We have not seen, but we have inferred. See? Like we have seen, the pot space is covered first by water. So when the water is put, pot space is not seen. Then in that water, the clouds or the space is reflected. Then that reflection covers both the water as well as the space. Exactly the same way. The substratum that we are is covered by the reflection. And reflection can happen not everywhere. If you put in the pot, let us take sand, there won't be reflection. In the same manner, consciousness is everywhere, but the reflection of the consciousness in the form of the Chidabhasa will not happen everywhere. It happens only in the buddhi or the thought. See, friends. So, ya buddhi vasana tasu chaitanyam pratibimbati. Then if the thought is that of frustration, it is unmanifest. It has not become enlivened. In deep sleep, the thought is their frustration. But when one becomes awake, then that thought is ready to receive the consciousness in the form of reflection, then that misery becomes real. So, Megha Akashavad Chidabhasaha Anumiyatam. Therefore, friends, unless our mind is pure up to the core, our mind cannot remain at peace. Now, for purification of the mind, constant chanting the Lord's name is necessary. Try this. Either take the mala so that discipline is made. Then, second thing, instead of getting lost in the quantity of japa we do, now start improving the quality. What is the quality? Quality is, between the two chanting, let there be more space. Shri Ram, Jai Ram, Jai Jai Ram. Shri Ram, Jai Ram, Jai Jai Ram. Shri Ram, Jai Ram, Jai Jai Ram. So, we are working on the mind. Japa sadhana is for working on the mind. But when we take the mala, our chanting the Lord's name is like taking the Ayurvedic medicine. What is Ayurvedic medicine? It is so terribly bitter. To avoid the next dose, the patient says, I am okay. Then we have to take the Lord's name like we eat chocolate. Do we put the chocolate in the man, take a cup of water and finish it off? No. It is parked in the parking lot. And then we enjoy it for half an hour, 1 hour. Exactly like that. Let the Lord's name slowly and steadily permeate in and through all the cells of the body. Sri Ram. We don't have to give any account to Rama. See? Now, Sabhasameva tad bijam dhirupena prarohati. Now, the impressions in the Anandamaya Kosha, they, because of the reflection of the consciousness in that, it is the seed. Birjarupena prarohati. Then it start growing. And what is that growth? Is dhirupena. The I is born. Ataha buddho chidabhasa vispashta pratibhasate. And therefore, wherever the reflection is very conspicuous and prominent, that is I. So, after this is done, then Maya bhasena jivesho karoti iti shrutam. Therefore, this Maya, by the abhasa reflection, creates the jiva and the Ishvara. So, megha akasha jalakasho iva. Now, they come back to the first area, whatever is studied. There is reflection of the clouds or the space in the water droplets which are in the clouds which we have not seen. We have not seen. We only infer. Then, second is jalakasha. In the pot there is water, and in that water the space is reflected. So, the reflection of the space or the clouds in the pot water is like the jiva. And the reflection of the consciousness in the droplets up there is like the Ishvara. Ishvara is assembly of all the jivas. Suvyavasthito. So, Meghavad Vartate Maya, Meghasthita Tusharavad, Divasana Chidabhasa, Tusharakha Vyavasthitaha. See? So, Meghavad, like the clouds in the space, Maya Vartate. So, the clouds are the Maya, and Meghasthitaha Tusharavad, and the droplets which are in, Tushar is the droplets, in the clouds is Dhivasana. There are impressions in the intellect. And Tusharastha Khavat, like the space reflected in the droplets of the cloud, Chidabhasa, the consciousness, is reflected. Then what happens? Maya Dhinas Chidabhasa Shrutau Mayi Maheshwaraha. Therefore, according to our scriptures, what is the Ishvara? Maya Adhina Chidabhasaha. So, Chidabhasa plus the Maya together create the Mayi, the Ishvara. Mayika iti Shrutaha. This is what is said in the scriptures. And who is the Ishvara? Sarvadnyaha cha Jagat Yoni Evahi Antaryami. So, this Ishvara is Sarvadnya, is the creator of the world, and Antaryami, inner controller. This is how the totality and individuality. See, with our body we are Ishvara. With our individual organs they are the Jiva. So eyes can see, the Jiva is seeing. But it is under my control. I don't want to see closer. But what happens? We are under the influence of our sense organs. Sense organs are not under our control. So when we see or hear and talk, we are Jiva. when we see and hear. And although the urge comes to talk, but we don't talk, we are Ishvara, Antaryami, controller. So invoke that Ishvara in us. And this is what we told in a simple technique. If we are aware that the Narayana is in our heart and whatever we do, speak or think is known to him before it has happened. The moment we become aware of this, the self-control will come naturally. We don't have to struggle. Like, it is not only knowledge now, it is conviction. Like, we have conviction. What? If you touch the fire, you will burn. We are convinced. Therefore, when fire comes, we don't touch. Is it involving any efforts? No. We are convinced. Exactly the same way. We become Jiva when we are under the influence of this Maya in the form of sense organs, organs of action, mind and intellect. The same Paramatma is called a Jiva. But when all these things are under our control, then we are invoking the Aishwarya, Ishatva in us. Now all those great masters, when they say something, why it happens? When we say something, nothing happens. Because they are at a different state of their being. See, friends. Now you take a gross example. In a hierarchy, in any organization, if you tell somebody, hey, can't do it, I will not do it. I don't have time. Then what we do? We go to the boss. I told him, but he denied. Anyway, I will get it done. No, he cannot deny. Then boss calls him. इनका काम करना है. हाँ सर, ईश्वर. So rise above this lower level existence. So from the objects come to the sense organs, from the sense organs come to the mind, from the mind come to the intellect, and surrender your intellect at the feet of the divine will. You have learned everything in spiritual life. So this Ishvara is inner controller. Like the boss is the inner controller. In the same manner, this Maheshwara is Sarvajna, omniscient, he knows everything. Jagat Yoni, he is the cause of the world, and also Antaryami, inner controller. This is how this Chidabhasa is controlled by the Maya, and Maheshwara is the one which is controlling both the Chidabhasa as well as the Maya. Sushupto, Sushuptam Anandamayam Prakramaivam Chudrijagau Esha Maheshwara iti Soyam Vedokta Ishvaraha. Therefore, in the Sushupti state, in the deep sleep, Anandamaya Prakramya. So the teacher started, scripture started, start from Anandamaya Kosha. Then, Evam Jagau, thus it is said that he is the Ishvara. So for you and me, our Anandamaya Kosha is the Ishvara. And for the totality world, the Brahmaji or Hiranyagarbha or the Sutratma is the Ishvara. So Sushupto Anandamayam Prakramya Shruti Evam Jagau Esha Sarveshwara iti Sa Ayam Veda Ukta Ishvaraha. So what is called as Ishvara in the scriptures is very much with us when we are in deep sleep. But when the world is created, meaning when the mind is born and the impressions start functioning, and if we come under the influence of the impression, then we have fallen from the deep sleep state to the Hiranyagarbha, to the subtle body. And it is subtle body which is creating the world. Gross body doesn't create the world. The Anandamaya Kosha, causal body, doesn't create the world. World is created by the subtle body, the Brahmaji. See? Because in deep sleep there is no creation. And in the gross world there is no life. Body is only body, that's it. Body cannot think, cannot decide, follows. Then who is the one who is doing everything? So it is, we are told, it is the subtle body or the mind, intellect, etc. This is how the whole thing has to be clearly understood. Thereafter, what will be the sadhana? Sadhana will be mind your mind. That's it. To mind the mind, we have to start from speaking, talking. Uncalled for gossip, talking about our past experiences, worrying about the future. Net result, we don't remain in the present. The more we remain in the present, we are effortless. Effortlessness is the sign of healthy being. When we don't require any efforts to breathe, what does it mean? We are healthy. Lungs are normal. But if we put efforts, what happens? I can't breathe. Unhealthy. Similarly, when we are effortless in life, no struggle to keep the mind quiet. See? And those who are in letter and spirit, having their mind quiet, they will not be depressed. They will not be not interested in anything. They will be very much involved in this world. But because they are no more reacting, they will be at peace with themselves, and therefore peace will be around them. This is our experience, isn't it? When we go to near to some person, we feel very uncomfortable. We like to go from there. To some person, when we go, we feel very comfortable. We want to be more and more with that person. Why this happens? Because of this condition of the mind. So, I am Ishvaraha. So, the subtle body creates the world, and Ishvara is the Anandamaya Kosha. Sarvajnatvadike tasya naiva vipratipadyatam shrautarthasya vitarkyatvad mayaya sarvasambhavad. Therefore, of this blissful self, he is Sarvajna, etc. It should be accepted, should not be doubted, because we are talking on the foundation of the scriptures. And therefore, avitarkatvad should not have doubt about anything. Now here one important point we have to know. If we do not have Shraddha in our scriptures I mean clearly, distinctly, Veda, Upanishad, Mahabharata, Ramayana, Puranas, Shruti Gantras, and the writings of our Hindu Mahatmas. These are to be taken as scriptures. Do not become no, we accept everything. Don't get lost in that. See? Don't become social. Socialist. No. Make it very clear. Because Hindu Dharma is based on not an individual. It is on the foundation of principles. If you take all other religions, they have person as the foundation. But here you don't get one person. It is a battalion of Mahatmas who have given us this knowledge. Therefore, this Ishvara is Sarvajna, etc. This should not be doubted, and we are talking on the foundation of the authority of the scripture Upanishad. Therefore, avitarkatvad should not be doubted and discuss about it. Maya mayam sarvam sambhavad. In the field of Maya, everything is possible. See, when we take this stand in our life, you know what happens? We stop worrying about everything. Whatever has to be done, do it. But don't worry. Normally what happens? We do also and worry also. So what is required? Follow that strictly, sincerely. But I don't know what will happen, then relax. Therefore, this scriptural authority should not be doubted. If we doubt, then we will never be able to achieve anything in life. Ayam yasrujate vishwam anyathayitum puman na kopi shaktaha enayam sarveshwar iritaha. Now this Ishvara, the blissful self, whatever world he creates, it cannot be changed or denied by any person in the world. And therefore, Ishvara is Sarveshwara, all powerful. See, friends. A waker supports only the waking, dreamer supports only the dream, but the Anandamaya Kosha supports all of them and yet is beyond all of them. Therefore, our Anandamaya Kosha should be reflected upon. See, exactly what is our experience in the deep sleep? First, we do not experience our absence. Second, we do not sleep in the deep sleep. How? When we say, I had a good sleep, so you must be there. Because if you are sleeping, who will tell I had a good sleep? So you are there, not sleeping. See? So this Sarveshwara, from here only the whole world comes out. So Ashesha Prani Buddhi Nam Vasana Tatra Samstita Tabi Krodi Krutam Sarvam Tena Sarvadne Ishvaraha. Therefore, all that is to be known about everything is contained in the Ishvara, like in our mind, the whole memory is stored, and therefore the mind in the state of Anandamaya Kosha is the Ishvara. Tena tu krodi krutam sarvam tena sarvadne Ishvaraha. Therefore, the whole world is objectified and seen by this Ishvara who knows everything. Therefore, he is Sarvajna, omniscient. Now, Ishvara, Sarveshwara, Sarvajna, it was same. Now we come to the individuality. Vasananam parokshatvar sarvajnatvam naikshate. Sarva buddhishu tadrushta vasanasu anumiyatam. And this is the next topic we will take in our next class. Om Purnamadaha Purnamidam Purnat Purnamudachyate Purnasya Purnamadaya Purnamevavashishyate. Om Shanti Shanti Shanti. Harihi Om. Shri Gurubhyo Namaha. Harihi Om.